what's going on, guys? I'm Alex.
And I'm Hannah, and welcome to another story time.
Woo.
So today we are actually going to be doing this slightly differently. We have our magical cup full of papers, right? That we always have. Cup. But the cup is actually full of movie genres or types of movies, or types of stories. So we are actually going to be pulling two of those, and we'll brainstorm together, and we have to figure out how to mash those two subjects
together.
Together. So
I'm going to probably pull the first one, and she will pull the second one, and then we will see how it goes.
What do we got?
I've got a documentary. That's going to be interesting to try and do over a story time.
Okay, documentary and medieval.
A medieval documentary.
Medieval documentary.
All right, okay, we have 15 seconds to brainstorm a little bit.
So.
Go.
It could be like about knights.
Well, yeah, that's medieval. I think it could be about like a page kind of growing up in his life in the medieval stage. And yeah, he's kind of becoming a knight in a sense.
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
So that's kind of my thought. 15 seconds, there it is.
Woo.
Goes by really fast. Okay. Who's starting?
Do you want to go for it?
I guess.
Okay.
Guess I'm going for it. All right.
And
1, 2, 3, go. Once upon a time, in the land of Glarney, way back when. Really stupid name, but people liked it all the same. This was a wonderful little land full of knights, dragons, medieval stuff, and anything that you could see. This was full of joy for a lot of the people in this place, besides obviously the plague, or, you know, maybe half the people dying every now and again because of dragon raids or pillagers or just raiders and robbers in general, and maybe starvation on the side. It was a really hard time for a little boy named Johnny. He grew up in the poorest parts of Glarney, and down in the poorest parts, they didn't have a lot of stuff, obviously. They barely had one cow to feed, like maybe 60 of them. And they had a lot of grain, which was good because they can make bread. They could do all this good stuff out of it. But it was still very hard because they just grew up working. They grew up working out in the fields. They did farming, they did all this stuff, but Johnny was not happy with this lifestyle. Johnny wanted something more. Johnny wanted to be in the castle where everyone else was. So Johnny gave it a shot one day. He decided to just walk right up to the castle gates, and he goes, "Excuse me." One of the knights on the top decided to look down, and he's like, "Who goes there?" Little Johnny's like, "It's me, it's Johnny." He's like, What do you want?"
And Johnny says, "I want to become a knight." Both the guard and Johnny were a little surprised at this. But the guard, impressed by Johnny's courage and the fact that he walked all the way from his poor little town all the way to the castle gate, the guard let him in. And Johnny began his training as a squire. Now, at this time, Johnny started to document everything. He started to write in his journal. He studied those knights to the very last little detail of the grime on their armor. He studied those men, and he got very good at his squire duties. Fetching water? No problem. Fetching food? No problem. Cleaning the horses? No problem. Cleaning the swords? No problem. Some of the weapons were a little bit bigger than him, so it might have been hard to carry back, but no problem for Johnny. He was really good. He was a very hard worker, and that hard work probably came from years on the farm that he spent working with his family. One day, as Johnny is helping one of his knights, the knight, Sir Gordon, decided to approach Johnny's knight. Sir Lancelot. And
Top of the chain.
yes, top of the chain knight. Johnny wanted to study with the best. But Sir Gordon came up to Sir Lancelot and said, "You know, last year we had a duel around this time. How about you say we duel again?" Lancelot sighed. "Really, Gordon, I'm just going to beat you again." And Gordon shakes his head. "No, I've been training very, very well this year. Let's duel again." And Johnny, hearing about this duel, said to Sir Lancelot,
What if I stepped in your place this time? Lancelot laughed. You're just a squire, though. Have you ever even picked up a sword in your life? Johnny's like, no, but I can learn. I know how they work. I know a lot of the sword ways and how to swing it. And Lancelot just laughs. He's like, there's not many people with your kind of bravery. There's not many people with that kind of ambition. Not many people want to be on the other side of a sword. I'll teach you. And little Johnny's face perked up. This was great. He's like, I can't believe I'm actually gonna be dueling a bigger knight. Sir Gordon at that. Lancelot eventually had little Johnny's sword made just from a little blacksmith within the castle walls. A pretty good one at that, because obviously Lancelot can pull some strings and get some of that high quality metal. But during this time, little Johnny ended up finding the library. And he ended up studying. And he studied and studied and he studied and he studied all about sword fighting. And he felt like he had it down. He felt like he had it down pretty good because he knew all the moves, the techniques, the blocks, and how exactly he think Sir Gordon was fighting so that he would be able to parry, counter, and win. Little did he know, though, that being able to fight something like this had a lot more to do than just a brain. Had to do with your muscle. It had to do with your skill. It had to do with just your technique on the field.
And so, Johnny, going into the duel, going into the day of the duel, with him not realizing that he needed his muscles trained as much as his brain, he started to panic a little bit. Wait, my arms don't know how to parry. My feet don't know how to move. And Lancelot saw him starting to panic, and Lancelot said, Johnny, we're gonna do a quick lesson right here, right now. And you use what I teach you here in that arena. Lancelot took Johnny through the most informative and inspiring sword fighting lesson Johnny had ever had. Because obviously, you can't get that from a book. You gotta get it from a master. And as the flag started to raise, the people crowded around the arena. Johnny stepped in there, facing Sir Gordon. Sir Gordon scoffed. Ha! This will be easy against a child. And then maybe Lancelot will stand in and I'll be able to fight him. And as the bell rang to begin the duel, Johnny's brain focused. From his perspective, everything started to sound like, and here we are now, in the middle of the Kingdom Arena. Here we have Sir Gordon in the left corner, raising his mighty sword. Johnny is here now, against the most villainous and strong knight they have. What will Johnny do now? Will he wait? Will he attack first? Back to Sir Gordon. There he is, raising his sword. And he slashes. Johnny dodges out of the way. Oh, Johnny didn't get hit. Thank goodness. All the people are cheering. And Lancelot holds his breath to see what Johnny is going to do next.
Johnny was actually breathing really, really hard. He just barely dodged a massive swipe that was so much faster than he was expecting. But he did dodge it. He had some very conflicted feelings, but he's like, he got a first swipe in, he threw me off guard. It's got to be my turn. So he charges in with his sword high in the air, and he swipes down with just a regular slash. And Gordon catches it on the edge of his, and he bats it away, and he comes in to go and smack one of Johnny's knees. It misses, but it did end up making him fall, and he fell on his face. Sir Gordon laughed again. He's like, oh, I knew he wasn't ready. So Johnny stood up, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to come back next year, and I'm going to win. I will win. And Gordon laughed at him. And then as Johnny turned away, he realized that the duel wasn't actually over yet. So he quickly turned back around and slashed as hard as he possibly could toward Sir Gordon's leg. And he got it. He got it and swiped his legs out from right underneath him. And Sir Gordon toppled to the ground. And Sir Lancelot is over on the side, and he's just having the time of his life. He's laughing. He's laughing so hard. And he's like, that boy can become a really good knight. The end.
Woo!
Woo!
So, how well do you think we did at meshing documentary and medieval?
Thing is, documentary is one of the hardest things to do in a story form, but for a camera form, it's a whole other thing. So, not sure how well that turned out, but I know we at least got medieval in there.
Sure. So, hopefully you guys can judge on how well we did.
Yes, give us a rating out of 10. Did we do at least half decent? If I get a 5 out of 10, I'll be set.
Hopefully the story was good enough, even if we messed up mixing our genres, or if we did really well mixing our genres. Hopefully the story was still good.
Yes, hopefully.
But thank you all for watching. And do you want to give them our traditional, this is what we have, go and check it out talk?
Sure. Shirts, t-shirts, cool. Yeah, there you go. Look at them. They're in the description below. Give us a like, subscribe, comment, do something like that. And if you have a word and or genre you'd like us to actually give a shot to, go ahead and email us and we will figure it out. And hopefully this, as we said before, I think we might try and make these into films later, but I'm not entirely sure when yet. But if they're good enough and people like them, whichever one has like the most comments or the most like
views, likes,
something likes, then that's the one we'll probably make the film about. So if you're interested in doing that, feel free to help get us to understand what you would like. But other than that, you guys go ahead and have yourself a fantastic day.